you know. Not yet, not calluses yet. A hemopenis is when an animal has two cocks. Now, there are men born like this. Like, I don't know the statistics for fact. I mean, most of this is fact, but two cocks, two sets of balls, and they live. They're doing fine. There's like 1 every 10 years born. But the one that I really like is the lizard has two penises, and they're in his suit like pockets, and when he's erect, they come out like he's got no money, you know. The kangaroo also, he has one penis, but with two heads to match her vagina, which has two canals. So that's kind of cute. This is all fact. This is science, ladies and gentlemen. I brought the bat out here for a reason, and that is their swim. Now, the average male swim, when they ejaculate and it's inside, the semen will swim for 3 to 5 days, okay? The average animal is about 5 days, but men it's 3 to 5 days. And that means that the sperm is alive inside the vagina for 3 to 5 days. Now, the bat will go up and fuck a hibernating female bat, and the sperm will stay alive inside there for up to 6 months and wait for her to stop hibernating and start ovulating again. That's kind of fascinating. The next animal I'd like to talk about is the pig. Of course, most people know that a pig has a curly penis, but did you know that it spins counterclockwise as it goes inside the curly vagina? That's kind of an interesting fact. And also, the average man comes half a teaspoon, right? In 3 spurts. The first spurt comes from your prostate, the second spurt comes from some other gland that I can't pronounce, and the third spurt comes from your testes, and that's the one that has the real action. If you do pull out, it's that third spurt you're trying to get out of there, because that's the real potent one. But the pig, on the other hand, spurts half a quart. And will continue to spurt for 10 minutes straight, like continues the spurt. The pig is also proven to be the most friendly animal in the kingdom for having sex with men. I know you were wondering about this. When does she get to the part where we're screwing the animals? Well, the pig is proven to be very friendly. Screwing animals is called zoophilia. Can you say that? Zoophilia. Right, that's fucking an animal. Okay. Now, it's been centuries and centuries that people have been using different excuses for screwing animals. They say, oh, you know, they tell their friends it cures venereal disease. That's why I had to do it. Oh, it pleases my gods. They make up their own religions, like these guys back here, right? They have all these reasons. Now, in the 17th century, there were so many men on the prairie screwing sheep and things that the Catholic Church tried to make it illegal for male herdsmen. They tried to have all females out there watching the flocks because they couldn't trust the men. They were all screwing the animals. But the 19th century, it actually became illegal to screw an animal because they thought that it could produce offspring. That's not true. You can screw an animal and you won't get pregnant, okay? Just to let you know. Yeah, it's good news, right? And then there have been cases where people are so proud of how they learned to screw the animals that they'll go to the bar and brag about it. And there's a couple techniques that I heard of how to screw a sheep. One is to take your coat, right? Cut 2 holes at the bottom sides of your coat. You can stick the sheep legs through those holes and it'll hold it right in place. Okay? Another way is to wear those big rubber boots and you can stick the sheep legs into the boots and that'll hold the sheep in place. This is just what I learned. This is fact. This is science, okay? An agrozoon is a male animal that's been taught to have sex with humans. A gynozoon is a female animal that's been taught to have sex with humans. A zooliction is any animal that's been taught specifically to have oral sex with humans. And they usually do that by using the animal's favorite food on their genitals. Okay? I'm not saying go home and try this. This is just fact. This is science. I'm just telling you the truth here. This is natural too, okay? This is nature. Now, according to Kinsey, 17% of all farm boys have had a sexual encounter with an animal. Now, how many people do we have here? Like maybe 200? How many farmers? Can I see the hands of how many farmers? I can't judge for sure, we're in an urban location, but 8% of the general population, and we have 200 people here, that means according to stats, at at least 16 of you have had a sexual encounter with an animal. That's men, okay? It's kind of interesting. 3% of all women have had sex with animals. Now in America, the favorite animal to have sex with is the dog. No, this is a fact. This is science, okay? Now, let me tell you how dogs have sex. So 2 dogs have sex. They'll mount from behind. You're familiar with what doggy style is, right? The female's down on 4 limbs, and the male mounts from behind, okay? Okay, what happens is when the male has a cock that has a tiny bone, and the base of the cock is very small, and then the end of it is very fleshy. And when he comes, the fleshy end of his cock becomes enlarged and swollen into a ball, which makes it so that his cock cannot be pulled out of the vagina for at least 15 to 30 minutes. And you've seen like your neighbor lady spraying the hose on the dogs, trying to get them to stop screwing, but they hobble, coupled like that. That's because they're stuck together. The problem is that when a human has sex with the animals, and it's so common that they make like dildos for this. You can buy the doggy dong. I mean, Americans love dogs. It's a man's best friend. The problem is when humans have sex like this, they don't realize that there's going to be that swelled ball, and then they get stuck in that position, and then their roommate walks in on them, right? Scares the hell out of them. And then the dog gets scared and tears his cock out, and they end up with a bloody hole, you know? This is science, ladies, and I'm not, this is fact. This is nature. Don't tell me this is not natural. Okay, so I end every show by giving people a little bit of advice, and this is my advice for you today. If you come home and find your roommate screwing your dog, don't holler, don't scream, don't yelp. I want you to immediately just turn around, go to the kitchen, get a doggy treat, get 2 doggy treats, one for your roommate, one for the dog, and proceed to calm the dog down so that they don't tear the asshole or cunt out of your roommate. Otherwise, you're just going to end up with more problems. You're going to have the dog's been fucked and the roommate's been fucked and they're fucking each other, and you got to go to the emergency room and it's all a big mess. Okay? Use your brain. You've been taught by Dr. Ducky Doolittle how to deal with a situation like this. Okay? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my zoology show. I'd like to say thank you to Transmission Theater and Chicken John in San Francisco for inviting me out, and I will be back.